Alright, I'm going to set you guys right around here somewhere. Okay, so the one thing for me that really messed me up was I let my mind wander. Sorry, the sun's going to blind me probably the whole video. I let my mind wander, and when my mind would wander off and start to think of negative things or things that I was wanting to do but I shouldn't, I would end up doing that very thing. Alright, so hopefully that looks better for y'all, because it's definitely helping me out. Is I would pray immediately when a thought would come to mind that I shouldn't have. And the reason for that, to do it right away before you let your thoughts consume you, is exactly that, so that it doesn't consume you, so you don't feed into it. I've always gave this analogy in a few videos. I'm going to say it again for those who are new. If you have a wolf chained up in the light, and you have a wolf chained up in the dark, which one lives? The answer is the one that you feed. So if you feed into light, the good, it'll live. If you feed into the dark, it'll live. And I was feeding into the dark. So whatever you feed into, you keep alive, you keep it going. And so when I prayed immediately, it started to cut that off, to end it right there. And constantly doing that, every time my mind would start to think of something or whatever it was, it started to make my mind more clear, clean. I was kind of praying for, to get rid of it, but also just thanking for the day, switching it from negative to positive, just like that. And so I think that'd be something that, if you're not doing already, that's something that you could do, because I know that was very helpful for me in my life, of just not feeding into those wandering thoughts, trying to get you to do something that you know you shouldn't do. Another thing is to be less on your phone, less phone time, because I noticed the less I was on my phone, the less I was depressed, the more I was joyful with life, because social media would make me feel either left out because people are showing how great their life is and all that, and I was always just in my room. Remove yourself from your phone. It doesn't have to be, even if you're not on social media all the time. If it's something else, watching videos, whatever it is, go experience life, go have fun, go live your life, and in a positive, good way. And not always scrolling, not always playing video games, not always on a screen at all times. You would not believe how much closer that just being off of this has made me enjoy life more, because yes, I see the world I'm in, but experiencing and tangibly being present is a big difference. And you're more joyful, you're more peaceful, because you're not so cooped up. You're actually doing something productive for your mind and your body, your heart. You're letting your mind focus on what's in front of you today, the wonders of God, and not focusing on the wrong things on your phone. Which brings me to my next point, which I kind of combine the two, which is experience life. Even if you're not on your phone, but you're always cooped up somewhere, like I was growing up. Go do something you enjoy. Instead of just listening to concerts on your phone or listen to music on your phone, if music's your thing, go to a concert. I've been going to more events. I've been doing more things. Like I said, keeping my mind, my heart productive, and doing things that I enjoy that are good, and not trying to do anything to be something to someone by doing what they like. And the reason why this brings you closer to Jesus by doing these things that I've said so far is because you're letting yourself think for the first time for you. Even if your church has a virtual, way to watch it, so if you don't want to get up and go to church, you can watch it, whatever. And you can do that sometimes. But it's always good to just go out and just experience. Go fellowship with people. They try to make everything very convenient for you. Oh, you don't have to go to a physical church. You can just you can watch it. Or you don't have to go to a concert, you can watch it on your phone live. But this brought me closer because it brought me to him, to focus on him more than letting my phone be my God, where I put my focus onto this thing and never him. It's kind of, I know I'm kind of switching a few points here, but I've started to just think for myself. I've started to pray more. I started to read more because of less screen time, and I'm starting to be more joyful in life and more extroverted, I guess you can say, because I'm putting myself out there. I'm deciding to not be in my room cooped up all the time, but experience the goodness of life that he's given us. And another thing that I can go along with this is not caring about what others think about you. That is something that is so huge, is because those who care about other people, you're going to start living your life trying to approve them. And the only approval you are in need of is God. I don't do the things that are trending. I don't do anything that people try to peer pressure me to do. I just live for me. I've been able to do things now that I prefer to do, things that I really love to do. I love going to violin concerts, like I just said. I love going to museums. I love going to bird watching. I've been to a couple bird watching things with people, and it's like, that's lame to some people. But I was going just after what I like, and what I like is peaceful things. What are things right now, as you are watching this video, things that you like right now that you maybe aren't doing because people will make fun of you for it? Do yourself a favor and live for you, because you are important. The only person that cares for you more than anybody is yourself. Yes, your parents love you more than anything, of course. They can encourage you, they can help you out in life and this and that. You're the one that's going to take action in your own life. You're the one that has to choose what to do, to experience life, to let their phone go, to do what I want to do without caring about anybody. You have to be the one to actually do that. Same thing with turning somebody Christian, right? You don't convert somebody. There's no such person that can convert somebody to Christianity. What we do is encourage them to go to Christ, because when it comes to conversion, they have to be the ones to do that, to okay their heart and give God permission to come into their life, right? So it's the same exact thing, is give yourself permission to enjoy life. Now, before I get into my next point, I want you to know that your life is a reflection of God's love. Because what you do in this physical world is a reflection of what's inside. But when you give your life to Christ and you live your life, you're living as you, but in His image. You're actually living that part. The things that you're doing right now in your life, could you / would you do that alongside with Him if He was going to go along with you? If you can't do that with Him, then remove it from your life. That's why you're one of the closest things people can get to Jesus physically. I'm not calling you Jesus or anything like that. Like Jesus, a child, a follower. They'll see the love within you. And people see action more than they do words. You can talk to them about Jesus all day long, but until you live your life like that, that's what makes a big difference. Is by your example. Is I want to live like that. I want to live like how this person is. They're so peaceful. They're always happy all the time. They're always showing love to people, even to those who hurt him. But it's the actions that really speak big volumes. Just like Jesus, right? He did preaching, he spoke, but he also did actions, which are important. If Jesus never did anything but just spoke, we wouldn't be here right now. He wouldn't have gone on that cross. Physical things matter. Your life matters. The things that you do matter. The last thing is super important. I hold myself accountable. I make sure I'm doing the right things. And being a Christian, I've said in another video, it's not a job. If being a Christian is hard to do, then you're doing it wrong. I've also said that Christianity would be a lot easier without you. Meaning, you need to die to yourself. And that's when things become easy. That new creation, and instead of being an embodiment of the world with the label Christian on it, you don't take the name Christian lightly, but you stamp that into the embodiment of you, that this is who I am. I'm a Christian, and people can tell by my life, by how I speak, that they're not going to be confused if I live in the world or if I'm Christian. They will know that I'm a follower of Christ. Because as Jim Caviezel, I think that's how you say his last name, who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ, had a great quote. Something he said was, you weren't born to blend in, but you were made to stand out. This world can tell from being a part of them versus when you're not part of them. Hold yourself accountable on doing the right things, the righteous things. I guarantee you'll flourish when you do those things. Because not many people will do that. They'll go on a streak, a clean sweep for a week or a month even, and then they let their minds wander, or they see something on their phone, or they coop themselves in their room and they just start to think, they start to watch something, they start to listen to bad music. They don't hold themselves accountable. So you can see how the list that I'm giving, it all kind of goes down to this. You have to do that. And of course, it's really good to have friends that, iron sharpens iron, because me and my friend, we make sure that we do that. We have that kind of connection that if he does something wrong, I can hold him accountable for it. And he does the same for me. You got to have those people around you as well. But if you don't, that's okay. You hold yourself accountable. Because like I said, the one person that cares about you more than anything is you. Besides Jesus, of course. So, yeah, that's my list. If this video was helpful, please let me know in the comments and things. And maybe you are doing things right now that are so helpful for you in your walk with Christ that you would want to tell other people in the comments. Something I didn't list, because of course this was a short list. There's always going to be things that you can do. But that was a list of mine that I had on the top of my head that I wanted to discuss with you, that I do to live like Jesus. And I hope to make another video like this of more new things. I have more stuff, but I just thought I'd talk about those things so this video is not too long. Yeah, but be sure to like this video if it was helpful, and subscribe so that you're tuned in for more like this, and as well as the Breath of God series. There was one that came out a few days ago, which was called That You Have Something to Offer This World. And kind of like I talked about today, you have a beautiful will from God, and everyone has their own path that's different, but similar in the way that it's all lined up to Christ, but different in the way of musician, actor, engineer, whatever it is. Everybody is doing their own thing. And you yourself as your soul is so unique that only you can do it and will do it this particular way, which is why you have that specific will from God. And everybody's got extraordinary things to do. And I want you to get out of this little bubble if you're in one, which is why I wanted to discuss that, to experience life, get off your phone, and all that kind of stuff. So if you want a full video of that, I'll leave it down below in the description, and it's also the video before this one as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Messenger out.